So this will be kicked out here by Emma Stroud, who gets it over to number 23, Bryn Hess. And then they get it back inside to Kavanaugh. Here from Kozemka from Washington College. They got players from all over the place, all different levels here in the league. Appreciate you joining us, and want to thank our main sponsors here, Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies of the Back Mountain Torrent. So Meniscus kicks it. It goes out there quickly. Comes down. Nice little play by Stoner. Try to get it. Meniscus chased, but now it'll be played to the back here for Steel United. They get it to some open feet. Kick it down. It is Carly Stoner right there, and then back over, and Przhosky gets it down to Emma Schweitzer. Schweitzer will look around. She challenges number 7 over there, Stockett. Gets by Stockett. Tries to go one more, and I think we'll get a corner here. Does it go off of Steel United? It does. So it'll be Schweitzer with the corner. One of the defenders here, Mendola, will try to get in this mix, and there'll be 3 defenders back here for the Torrent. Schweitzer's kick right across the middle. Got a little bit of action there from the Torrent, but it is Steel United getting that out. Nice little cut there in the center of the field by number 28. That was Petrie. And then it comes bouncing back out. So Meniscus gets it over to Herder. Herder will look around here. Herder sends a long ball down here to Stoner. And the tall number 13 there, Skylar Jordan, at a Kutztown defender, gets rid of that. And we'll get a throw-in down here by Hess. So it's a Baker, 80 degrees or so. Yesterday was a little more of a Baker than today. Throw in here by Steel United. So that is number 18 there, Teresa Haggerty. She's out of Scranton and plays forward. Now coming up, they'll boot this down in the center of the field. Actually go a little bit more left. That is Mendola. Tries to get it over to the side to her teammate, but Stocker gets over. Mendola able to make it up and gets it back to Przhosky. And now they'll float this one over to Mendola now, and she'll survey. Gets a nice ground ball, but it went to the other team as it was not Stoner there. It was Steel United. Back over to Stockett. This one will get sent down. Kavanaugh down there, but it'll be the goalie getting on out. Emma Stroud. Misericordia University underclassman. Here's Hess. Hess to Hess. And Hess keeps it going forward. Eats a little bit of turf there, but she's all right. Now, Schweitzer sends one just a little wide. So tried to get something working there, but it went wide. So this will be the goalie, Samantha Hughes, getting it over to her defender. Now it'll come back over to the midfield here, and then number 7, Sydney Hess, takes care of it. They'll get over to the opposite side. Mendola to Field. Field comes back to Carly Kavanaugh here. Kavanaugh will survey. He's got some real estate in front of her. Sends a beautiful ball right to Crystal Herder. Herder with a beautiful pass over to Emma Schweitzer. Sends one across, and it's just kind of hanging. Nobody was home. Thought maybe Schweitzer had an angle there to send a hard ball, but she knew somebody was right on her back and figured she'd just trail one there and see if Stoner was available. So good opportunity there for the Torrent, just unable to get that finished. Here is Meniscus. Off her body, off her head, and goes out. We're counting up. We're 7.5 minutes into the contest here on a Saturday afternoon here at Mangelsdorf Field in the summer. Off of Emma Stroud's back, but just over the net. Good hustle there by Emma Schweitzer, that is. So Emma Stroud's the goalie, Emma Schweitzer's the forward. Sometimes you get them confused. Here it comes. Back over to Schweitzer. She's looking. She's got Stoner. Stoner tried to send one in. Malachi crunched that one, and that'll go out as Stocker was over there. So Josie Stockett, that is, out of George Mason. Playing wingback today. Mendola on the throw-in over to Meniscus with a beautiful little pass over to Stoner. Off a body, but it is Samantha Hughes there to take care of that. So there's been a few opportunities here for the Torrent thus far. 2 substitutes here for Steel United. They had some girls trying to, they took the wrong exit, and those kind of things happen, from time to time in this type of league. But girls are here. They're enthusiastic, and they're ready to go. They're trying to get things going here, and this is their first game of the season. This is the second game here for Back Mountain. They played a couple of weeks ago in the first game of the league, and now they're playing today. They'll be on the road next week, the Torrent. Head down to the Philadelphia area, near the power plant there. And there is a pass from Herder over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer still coming, sends it off the goalie. Nobody home, and Hughes able to get there. So heck of an effort on both sides. Schweitzer almost found a way to get that through, and Hughes came up and made that save. We'll be getting some replays for you here today as well here on the John Mendola Show Network with the Back Mountain Torrent. This one's sent down. Going to be over the defender's head. Mendola ends up coming back, gets it over to Brzhocky, and then back over, and now it's a beautiful pass. Kate Field just got knocked down, and the flag went up. Delayed call, didn't go over to the Torrent. They kind of let it go. This one sent through. That was a beautiful pass there by Steel United. Sent across. Mendola gets a little footsie on it, but it's sent back out to Steel United, and Field runs down that and gets her body in the way. Nice little pickpocket move there by Meniscus. She goes to the outside. Herder goes to the middle. This one sent down to Stoner. Stoner trying to eyeball this over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets it on one footsie, trying to take on the defender. Schweitzer makes one move. Schweitzer is going to shoot right off of Hughes and unable to get it home again. But Emma Schweitzer putting on a assault on Hughes, but Hughes has got the quick reactions going right now. This one popped up. Here's a one-on-one. And they're going wide, and they score. So Steel United with Alyssa Harden sent that one in, and it is 1-0 Steel United. So Back Mountain got themselves in a one-on-one situation, and we'll watch the replay here. There's Harden making that move and just kind of soft touches that over to that corner and able to go. And 1-0 Bethlehem. So out of the back right now comes the Torrent. Tried to get it over to Schweitzer, unable to make something happen there. So Taylor Jamison will have to talk with her crew here. Trailing by a goal. This one gets into Herder. Crystal Herder. Tried to get it over to Meniscus. A little bit of a soft pass there. Now they'll send one deep. And is she on sides? Here comes Harden. Outran the defender there. Harden trying to take on Carly Kavanaugh. Carly Kavanaugh brick-walled that one over on that outside. So I think they're going to say that this one was out, and it'll be a goal kick. So no substitution yet here on either side for Paul Stinson, the head coach of Steel United. So here comes Hess. And nice little slide tackle there by number 6, Taryn Tagmeyer. This one sent over to Meniscus. Meniscus looking, finds Emma Schweitzer. And now they get it back over to the outside here. Herder to Meniscus. Meniscus looking around, gets it over to Hess. Back to Meniscus off her body, just took a tough bounce there. Right kind of short little passing, that the idea that they had. So Harden is a student athlete at Marshall who scored the goal. Here comes one trying to go to Stoner. Plenty of real estate in that far side. Mendola will chase it down. Mendola lofts that one over to Stoner. Back over to Mendola. She'll survey, sends one. Tried to get a fastball down there, and that'll go out, and we'll get a throw in here for the Torrent. Off the head there of Steel United. Did a good job there defending that. Herder was in range. This one goes to Meniscus, back to Mendola. And then now Steel United, number 14, playing that one, Isabella Fusco. And we'll get a corner coming up here for Back Mountain. Now it's going to be a throw-in. And they're going to back her up. So Meniscus gets it on her tootsies, and then it comes back out and goes out. And we'll get another throw in here for the Back Mountain squad. There's hockey. We'll take this one over to field, and that one goes out. So here comes a throw in by Katie Sparling, University of Pittsburgh. So they're playing it. Tall defender there in the back. Herder got her footsie on it for a half a second. And then Kuzemka was there. I want to thank Endless Energy Amp Global Strategies, sponsors of the Back Mountain Torrent, and our friends, our local State Farm insurance agents, Comets Law, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. McCarthy Tire, family that's been doing it since 1926, open today till 3 o'clock. And it's already 4 o'clock, so you have to wait till Monday to get into McCarthy Tire to get your tires checked, oil change, whatever you want. So Mendola made a little play there with her footsie and got it past the defender. Now it'll be Stoner trying to get it over to Herder, unable to do so. Stoner will try to rush that in. It'll come back over. And Hess now will get it off her leg as well. Here comes Hess out of the back trying to make a run. Got some real estate and some peeps in the middle. Goes off of one of the Torrent players, and now a little bit of single stuff going on here with some open field, and running down is Harden, number 4 here from Steel United, but it'll be the keeper, Emma Stroud, coming over to play it. Now Mendola will get it a little bit more towards the center. She's got a lot of people, nobody addressing her yet. She does send it over to Sydney Hess now. This one sent down, and Hess and Herder not on the same page there. Come down. Herder will chase this one. Goes off of Herder, still alive. Herder ends up getting on her foot, sends one across. Anybody home? Here comes Emma Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer, Carly Stoner. Good defense there. Still alive. Here's Meniscus. And drills it in the back of the net. Olivia Meniscus, her second goal of the season, and rockets that in the upper 90 of the right-hand side. So you see how this one developed. Kept alive and kept alive. And then watch Meniscus just put that on her foot and buries it in the back of the twine. So Olivia Meniscus ties this thing up. We are tied at 1 apiece. The Back Mountain Torrent and Steel United. If you hang around that net enough, something good is going to happen. And just unable to get any breaks there with the Torrent. And then Meniscus scores her second goal of the season. Open wing down here. Kazemka, and then it goes out. In the sense of a goal kick here coming up by Stroud. Sometimes you need your glasses. I'm getting old here. All right, goes over towards the midfield. Coming up. Mendola uses her head there, gets it over the field, and it'll be Przyhocki who sends this one deep down. And Stoner will try to run this down, but chasing it as well as Lauren Hanna out of Hamilton College. Right over to Sydney Hess here in the midfield. Gets it over to her teammate. Mendola sends it right over to Emma Schweitzer. And Emma Schweitzer, the boxer outer, sends one across. And, just couldn't get it by the defender. It had Herder coming down in the center. Now back over to number 7, working hard. Josie Stockett all afternoon long. She's running the field well. But Schweitzer comes over to Challenger and knocks that one out. We'll see Kaylin Gallagher. She'll be a freshman at Misericordia University coming into the lineup here shortly. This one booted around here a little bit. Sydney Hess chasing that. She's got a good motor to her. And coming forward here, and Stockett will get her foot on it, and then Hess gets rid of it. Coming over back to Emma Schweitzer, Division III Player of the Year. Stoner trying to chase it down, but over there to defend is Lauren Hanna. And Hanna wins it, and Hanna coming out like a rocket out of the back. Does a real good job there. Back over to Stockett, but it goes out. So we will see Kaylin Gallagher. I don't know if she handed in her ticket. You got to remember those tickets. There's the ticket. So Gallagher gets in there. So the Steel United will send it across. Gallagher is going to try to hustle that. Back over towards Meniscus. They'll send this one deep. Przyhocki is there. She'll get it over to Meniscus here in the middle. Meniscus sends it over to Hess. Hess back to Meniscus. And bang, bang, here comes over towards Gallagher. But Hess will come back up. Hess has field on that far outside. Ends up sending it over to Mendola. So now Mendola will survey where she's at here. Ends up sending a little bit too much juice on it over to Stoner, and it'll get back to the defenders. Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies. Sponsors here are the Back Mountain Torrent. So here comes Stockett. Back over to Hardin and Stockett, playing a little give-and-go stuff. Again, Hardin, a student athlete at Marshall, has a goal for the Steel United team. Here is Meniscus. Trying to plop one forward over towards Gallagher. Gallagher got a footsie on it. That'll be a Tolly race there, but it'll be won there by the defender, Skylar Jordan out of Kutztown. Coming up, Meniscus challenges Dalia Kazemka out of Washington College. And then here is number 18. That is Haggerty out of Scranton. We're at 23rd minute here between the Torrent and Steele United. Bryn Hess out of the back. And she got bulldozered over there. She gets right back up. She's tough. So here come two substitutions, 25 and 24. So Taylor Weiss and Haley Dennison. Dennison, Nazareth College. Weiss out of Franklin and Marshall. Got to hand in their tickets. Appreciate you joining us today here between the Back Mountain Torrent and Steele United. We have two more home games this season. They're both in July. 8-game schedule overall in the league for these teams. Comes to the back here. Little open area, but coming out of the back will be Emma Stroud. Emma Stroud out to Hess. Hess has Gallagher. Gallagher in the center sends one across over to the other Hess. She'll look to the outside quickly, but Stockett saw that quickly. And it'll be Emma Schweitzer who does a little tricky trick there. Emma Schweitzer still going. Emma Schweitzer with a possibility. Emma Schweitzer over and Stoner. And, just a little high goes Gallagher. So almost the perfect play all started there in the middle by Hess. They somehow got it over to Schweitzer. And Schweitzer was doing a couple of tricks. As we watch that play develop there. And then just unable to put it home at the end. But a good opportunity there for the Back Mountain Torrent. So here's Haggerty on that outside. Mendola has her right in front of her. She'll filter her to the middle. Will go to Stroud. And just outside. Man, that looked like that was going in. I don't know what happened. Emma was just right near the post, and then I think it just went outside of her. So a good job there. Could be a little deceiving. That was tight. We're in the 26th minute. We'll come all the way over Sidewinder to Mendola. Mendola gets it forward over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer out of the back towards the middle, gets it right off of Meniscus's hip. And now that'll come over to the middle where Hess will get it to Schweitzer. Schweitzer back over to Hess. Now we'll go over to Field. Kate Field couldn't get enough juice on it there as Gallagher. I thought Gallagher hit that off of Steele at the last possible second, but they said no, that was off of Gallagher. And it'll go back here. Chance of a thunderstorm here or there. Well, we'll hope nothing happens here. You know, there's downpour here or there in the area. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here on a Saturday afternoon in the Back Mountain, beautiful area. And that goes off of Hardin. I'm just kind of watching the way the storms are going here. And right now, looks like there is one up a little north of us, but not sure if it's going to get this far. It'll be close. Here's Mendola on that far outside. Tried to get it over to Stoner. Goes off the defender. Mendola will get a throw in here. Throws it in to Stoner. Right off her footsie. Back over to Mendola. She'll do a little move on Stockett. Sends one over towards the defenders. Plopped up in the air. It'll be Stockett and Mendola right there meeting each other, and it'll be the Torrent ball. So here's a throw-in over to Carly Stoner. Stoner off a defender. Here goes Schweitzer. Schweitzer sends one across right near Gallagher, and Hughes does a great job of defending that one. Field. Kate Field there.